Hi everyone, I'm Amena and welcome back, explorers, to my vlog. Also, if you are new here or are a repeat visitor, be welcome. Be sure to also look at the description below for all credits given. And with that said, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, yeah, the last vlog I was talking about Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves and what I thought about it. And just so you know, Dungeons and Dragons was actually or is actually a tabletop game before it was anything else. So yeah, I'm perfectly aware there are Dungeons and Dragons inspired books and cartoons, anime, um, and video games. Oh wow, there, there's definitely a lot of those. Um, but anyway, what I'm gonna say right now is simply this: a dungeon master, a person who runs the campaigns in the tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, whether it be homebrew or modules or whatever, the dungeon master is always a storyteller of some sort. They have to play characters, they have to give you your clues, they throw monsters your way, and so on and so forth. But that is not what this vlog is about. So, I bet you're wondering exactly what Dungeons and Dragons has to do with this vlog in particular. Well, I'm going to ask you a different question altogether. What exactly is a fan fiction? So, yeah, I bet you're wondering why I'm asking that. There is a website which I think is called fanfiction.org or something like that. And yeah. So here's the thing. I'm like, okay, does I put in the Google search bar, does Dungeons and Dragons have any fanfiction? And it said Dungeons and Dragons does have a fanfiction community. So, what are fanfictions anyway? Well, I don't know exactly what the Dungeons and Dragons fanfictions are, but I would imagine if we're going off Dungeons and Dragons, some of the fanfictions are probably based on the players and the characters they play as in the different worlds, different dungeon masters have created. Now, so, yeah, that's one thing. Uh, that's one explanation for a fanfiction. What do fanfictions cover? Well, obviously they cover games, or more precisely, um, tabletop games, like uh, Dungeons and Dragons, for example. But I'm pretty sure they cover a wider range than that. I mean, they cover games as a whole. So I'm not talking about just tabletop games. I'm talking about video games too. You know, video games have its own stories and game lore and characters, and especially if they're online games. Um, but that might be a stretch, but I could be wrong on that. But they also cover movies and animes and uh, uh, books and short stories and things like that. Okay, so why do people create fan fictions? Why are they made exactly? Well, to answer that question, when it comes to a book series or a TV series or a movie series or a game series, maybe, just maybe, the creator of a fanfiction didn't like how those things ended. Or maybe they didn't like a certain relationship that happened within the book. Like, oh, say, characters who go into a uh, heterosexual uh, romance when they are in fact coded to be LGBTQIA plus to begin with. Maybe that's a problem. So the fanfiction writer wants to fix that abnormality. Well, at least I know of at least one person who might do that. Or maybe the story or whatever ended before it came to an end. Like it ended on a cliffhanger. That's not an end. Ask anyone. Uh, if the story ends on a cliffhanger, is that an end? Mm, no. I'm going to say no, 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 no. That's not an end. It needs to be finished. Okay. So, yeah, there are so many different reasons for people to actually write fan fictions. Some people write them because they enjoy creating fan fictions. And others, well, they really can't stand to have something ended, or they don't like the way it went, or, oh, they don't like the fact the hero killed the uh, villain, and they thought maybe the it should have been a enemies to lovers ending. Yep. Um. Either way, when I mentioned that fanfictions also covered games or video games, the other game that I put in is, does The Sims 4 have fanfictions? And this was what I found. The Sims 4 definitely has fanfictions. Okay. So, more about that for my next vlog. Either way, I enjoyed actually asking somebody about this and looking things up. Well, kinda, sort of. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this episode here and leave you all with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comment section. Be sure to hit that notification bell because YouTube doesn't like to share. Or, yeah, YouTube doesn't always like to share. Be safe, be healthy, and as always, be true to you. Amena, signing out.